Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are looking at the iPhone Air in Sky Blue, and I happen to get this in 256GB, which is the same as my old iPhone, the iPhone 16 Plus. So let's do it. As you can see, we've got the usual pull tabs, so let's start with this one first. And I actually did go to the Apple Store yesterday, and that was to look at what all the iPhones looked like, as well as picking up the AirPods Pro 3, coming in a future video. Anyway, let's flip this back over and get our first look, even though I'm pretty certain you've seen a bunch of unboxing videos by now. But here we go, here's the reveal. Not as smooth as I was hoping. Just turn this around and you can see straight away the titanium finish. And just so you know, the iPhone Air is now the only one that comes with a titanium. Well, that's interesting. Usually you can just pull it out. You might have to. There we go. Pop that to one side. Yeah, as I was going to quickly say, yeah. The iPhone Air is now the only one that comes in a titanium finish. All the rest now, including the Pros, aluminium, or aluminum as some people say. So we've got the, what do you call it? USB-C cable, that's the word I was looking for. Once again, no charging brick. And also, new for the UK, the iPhone Air is the only one now that comes in eSIM only. You guys in the US have had eSIM for the last 2 or 3 years, I believe. Was it the iPhone 14 for you guys? Can't remember. Anyway, let's get rid of that. And here's a quick look at the back of the phone. Does this look like sky blue to you? Well, because to me it almost looks like white with a hint of blue. I'm going to quickly put it against my MacBook Air in sky blue, and again that is a completely different shade. Here's a quick look from the side. Now that is really thin, 5.1mm I believe, but anyway, let's carry on with the setup. So now, yeah, that is like really thin. And before I turn it on, I'm just going to do a quick comparison between my old phone. Let me just grab now. Here it is against really quickly against my old phone. Obviously, iPhone Air on this side, iPhone 16 Plus on this side. We have a 6.7-inch screen, 6.5-inch screen. So I am downgrading in terms of screen size, but one could argue I'm downgrading in terms of everything else as well. So if I quickly flip them over, granted it's a lot thinner, but we're missing out on the ultra wide. I'll have to see how I get on without the ultra wide, because I do use it a bit on this phone. So I've actually contemplated on keeping this as well, purely for when I definitely need the macro lens, or no, but we'll see. Anyway, let's set this up. Wait for that to turn on. Okay, that's not turned on, so let's English, United Kingdom. And I have already done an iCloud backup on this to make it easier to transfer. What do we want? Yeah, we'll go with default. Quickly set up, and that's what I was waiting for. Hit continue. Now let's just scan this. Now on my iPhone 16 Plus I am already using an eSIM. I've actually gotten used to that since the iPhone 12. So for me, So the fact that this is just eSIM only doesn't really matter, and it just wants my code, so I'll be right back. Okay. It may take a few minutes to activate your iPhone. Yeah, that's fine. Take your time. The viewers are used to long videos these days anyway, so to say. Okay guys, we're now back after it did that quick software update. So, hit continue. Oh, it wants Face ID. Rescan. And it wants my damn code again, it gets frustrating. But okay, let's agree to the T's and C's. Okay guys, we are back, and as you can see, the iCloud has now been restored to the iPhone Air. So let's hit continue, and it says trying to reconnect. To begin transferring your iPhone numbers, click. Basically what I was trying to say before the menu came up was that I was up to the stage where it was transferring the numbers, but as I was mid-sentence then my actual details came up on screen, and obviously I don't want that shown, so that's all that was. Hit continue. It's now showing bits about liquid glass, so get started. And there we go, we've got pretty much two identical phones now, in terms of like the layout, the wallpaper and what have you. Yeah, I'll be right back while we sort out the location stuff. There we go, that was easy, and the first thing I'm going to do is change the wallpaper. Yeah, we'll deal with Apple Care and all that stuff later, so we just scroll down. Where is it? Wallpaper. There we go. Add new wallpaper. What do we want? I don't know if this is because we're downloading all the other apps back to the new phone, but this is running slow in terms of populating the wallpaper previews. So we don't want featured. There's the iOS 26 wallpapers, but we are looking for this one. And we're going to have this in sky blue. Right, what widgets do I have on my other one? And the other widget I'm looking for is weather. There we go. Now have this one. And the other one I've got is actually calendar, in case you're wondering. And for now, we're just going to hit done. Wallpaper pair. And there we go. So yeah, this is the sky blue, and it's downloading a bunch of apps. Yeah, sky blue iPhone Air. While that populates some of the apps, I'm just gonna put the 16 Plus over there. I've actually got the bumper case to quickly show you. Also in blue. And here's the bumper case. How do you get the damn thing off it? User error. Put that to one side. Lock the phone temporarily. And which way around is it? This way. Because we've got action button, volume rockers, power, camera control. So we're going to put this on and see what it looks like.
One eternity later.
Okay guys, we finally did it after an absolute eternity on trying to get this bumper case on. Now at first I tried putting it on from the top, that didn't work, but for future reference you are better off putting the bumper case on from the bottom two edges first and then the top two. And I'm going to assume that's going to be the best way to take it off as well. But as you can see, and this goes for all iPhone models this year, we finally got an always on display as well as 120Hz compared to for example the 16 Plus and older base models. It's just 60Hz and obviously no always on display. So there's that for those that care. Just swipe up, punch in my temporary code that even I got wrong. There we go. And first thing we're going to do is go to the camera. And compared to all the other ones, this has no ultra wide, so therefore no macro photography either. If you want that, go for either the base model or one of the Pro models, but we do have a 2x crop, even though Apple says this is a 2-in-1 camera. It's not, it's just a crop on the main sensor. But what you can do on the 1x zoom, I don't know if others have showed you this, so even though you've got 1x, 2x, you can actually tap on the 1x and it will ever so slightly zoom in to 1.4x and then you jump to 2x if you want to. So 1x, 1.4x, 2x. So there's that. And then if you go into video mode, again you've got the 1x and 2x. You can't tap on the 1x for that, but 2x works just fine. It's currently in the 4K mode, so if we just tap on this, it goes up to 60 frames a second at 4K. And on picture mode, I've currently got it set to the 48 megapixels in that lower thing. It's not HEVC, that's on video. What is it on? HEIC. There we go. And if you swipe along the bottom, we've got all the other video modes. So if I keep swiping, we've got slow-mo. Currently in 120 frames a second, but you can also do 240. That's the same. We've got time-lapse. I've never once used that at 1x or 2x. If I swipe the other way, we've still got portrait mode and panorama. But as you can see straight away, you don't have cinematic mode on. Quite frankly, I never used that, but I'm sure other people have used it. If I now flip the camera around, now this is what's new. Because this is now a center stage camera, obviously I can punch in and out like this, but you can also take 16:9 photos, but you can also do the same for video. And it's currently in 4K as well. Go back into photo mode. So that's the camera. And obviously this is the bumper case that's on it. It's going to be like heck taking it on and off. That took me forever to do that. But yeah, let me know what you think. And of course, coming soon, we've got AirPods Pro 3rd generation. Thanks for watching guys, and I shall see you in the next one.